two big areas which you seem to be focusing on is certainly now merchant payments more and more, and credit. Uh, Tell me on merchant payments, Vijay and Madhur, what's the game there? Again, it seems like it's a deep pockets game, right? People who want to throw money and acquire more and more merchants can sort of get the upper hand. In which case, you're up against equally deep pockets.
I think that is more true in consumer side, not in the merchant side.
Okay.
Merchant side, जैसे कहते हैं ना कि आपको मर्चेंट के जाने के लिए सारी मौतें मरनी पड़ेंगी, मतलब आपको सारे फ्रॉडस्टर्स के थ्रू जाना पड़ेगा, आपको फिजिकल सेल्स टीम रखनी पड़ेगी, आपको यू विल हैव सो मच ऑफ हार्ड वर्क टू ऑनबोर्ड अ मर्चेंट एंड सर्विस अ मर्चेंट एट अ एसएमई लेवल. अगर इस देश में किसी ने कराए तो वो टेलीकॉम ने करा, और वो भी उन्होंने मोबाइल वायरलेस से कर दिया. मतलब उन्होंने वायर तो नहीं पहुंचाना इस देश का अभी तक उस दुकान तक. इसका मतलब क्या है? इस देश में पहली बार एक कंपनी है जो ऑर्गेनाइज होके उस व्यक्ति के पास पहुंच रही है जो इस देश के कोने कोने में कंज्यूमर को सर्व करता है. और इसका मतलब है कि हमें वो सारी मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी जो पिछली कंबाइंड क्यूमुलेटिवली सब कंपनियों ने करी. ये हार्ड वर्क नहीं, ये मैजिक वर्क है. ये इंडिया के एसएमईज को ग्रो करने का वर्क है. और इधर मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं कि मर्चेंट फोकस जो है वो इस बात का नहीं है कि somebody can acquire merchant one day and next day there will be somebody else giving. If merchant was okay to switch because उसको 50 रुपए का और 100 रुपए का कैशबैक के क्यूआर रखने का मिल रहा है, तो वो मर्चेंट हमारे लिए बनाई नहीं है. वैसे इसीलिए आपने देखा होगा कि हम बहुत सारे मर्चेंटों की दुकान पे बारात लगी होती है और हम वहां पे जाके साउंड बॉक्स लगाते हैं और सब साफ हो जाता है. ये हमारा प्रोडक्ट है. हमारा प्रोडक्ट है कि कस्टमर को, मर्चेंट को हमारे प्रोडक्ट के द्वारा सबसे बढ़िया एक्वायरिंग मिलनी चाहिए, लोएस्ट कॉस्ट पे मिलनी चाहिए, बेटर सर्विसिंग मिलनी चाहिए, बेटर टेक्नोलॉजी मिलनी चाहिए. Ira, this is an inclusion.
You're saying you have an advantage more than just cost, more than just sort of the money that you can use to spread out across the country. You have an advantage more than anybody else who can do the same thing.
Ira,
what is that advantage?
The perseverance and persuasion and the purpose. हर एक कोई इसमें पैसे बनाने आ रहा है, हम इसमें देश को बदलने आ रहे हैं. ऑल्ट्रिस्टिक लगेगा, नेशनलिस्टिक लगेगा, बट कोई और मोटिवेशन हो नहीं सकता. जितनी मेहनत करनी पड़ती है, जो रिटर्न है ना, उस अगर ये मोटिवेशन नहीं है तो हो नहीं सकता.
Madhur, the shift towards merchant businesses, from a financial viewpoint, give me a sense of, is that going to be a high expense expansion given the sort of, the spread out nature of the business?
So, Madhur, मैं आपको I can speak on the commercials also. I can speak on the commercials also. I'll give you a simple math. If a merchant is acquired for 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees, the LTV of this merchant for financial institutions is a lot more than that. That is what the game is. Short answer. If you think about this merchant whom you acquire for 1,000, 2,000 rupees, there is a money that he would pay you for cloud services and subscriptions like reconciliation processes and integrations into the system. And then he will pay the money, or we will make the money, because a financial institution actually wants to extend credit to them and they want to give us as a percentage of acquiring fee and percentage of collection fee. So Ira, the business model is actually so sound that we, just because we are in IPO process, and I cannot quote a forward-looking number here, and I mean it sincerely here, we are super bullish on acquiring merchants. Super bullish stands for the number of recruitment of field sales executives and their integration into our system is incredibly more. And Ira, one more thing I want to share here is India's journey of economic growth to the consumer and masses will happen through large corporate, small corporates, small businesses, SMEs, micro SMEs, and then consumers at that place. If we empower this small shop there by virtue of taking payments, and by virtue of that, he can get a formal financial services, including bank account, including his credit because of that, and then including some insurance that he otherwise would have not bought. The truth of the matter is that his life will be far more fulfilled and scalable and successful, which we don't have to feel bad about. Ulta, we need to feel happy about, because other financial institutions are able to make a reach. Ira, I want to put it on the table here. I'm sure you would have seen the large banks of this country or NBFCs of this country partnering with Paytm.
Yes, I was just going to ask you about the HDFC tie-up actually.
Think about it. The very reason that we can do it is because their cost of acquiring that customer is so enormous that at a percentage and fraction of that cost, they can not just acquire or partner with us to serve the customer. So it's a win-win relationship. financial institution of this country find an advantage in partnering with Paytm because the reach it offers and access to the customer, which they were not bothered about, or they were not able to capture out, or they were not able to service the customer at a cost that they were operating at. It's good, not zero sum, but a wholesome game.
Okay. On credit, Vijay, again, I want to understand the game here on credit. There are some, fintech companies which have in their, documents have suggested that there is a credit cost element even to this sort of pushing loans, even if you're not manufacturing the loans. But in your case, it doesn't seem to be the case. Do you have any credit cost element when you, push out loans on your network?
So, Ira, I'm going to tell you a little bit of academic statement here that in RBI in June 2020 came with a digital lending platform guideline, where it clearly called out what a digital lending platform can offer. For example, like it can offer reach, it can charge for these services, and it clearly called out that the customer belongs to the creditor, the lender. Customers KYC to customers credit and customers underwriting completely belongs there. So it is non-compliant completely for anybody to attempt to build credit distribution using digital platform business by offering some sort of risk guarantees, because risk guarantee is what a credit company does. So in our business model or in our AOP or in our MISs or numbers that you see, you don't see that because we don't offer that. We can't offer, we don't offer that. And another important factor here is that by virtue of not offering this, by virtue of partnering with deep-pocketed lenders, you said HDFC, we have HDFC, ICICI, Clicks, Aditya Birla Finance, tons of banks and NBFCs in the queue. We are able to extend more array of credit choices to a customer, and at the same time, customer has a higher probability of getting a credit. If we were thinking about becoming a creditor, then we would have taken a bank license and an NBFC license and done that.
So for you, it's a simple fee story.
It is, and one, we offer them distribution, so there is a distribution money that we can make, and then second, we obviously help them collect because we are the one who is receiving the money. So that's
but there's no implication on you if this credit proves to be bad quality.
Actually, the answer is that the creditors are far more concerned about it, and that is why of 100 people that we would give them, not 100 ever get credit approved. I mean, you would have seen Paytm postpaid ad in the newspaper yesterday, and we clearly called out that our NBFC partner, which is Aditya Birla Finance and Clicks Capital, have a sole discretion, complete discretion to issue this or not.